Yo. So we're done with utopias. Now what do we do with ourselves? I feel like we take tools, for sure. I feel like we take food, for sure, and then there's just good trees. This seems pretty good. We could also get copper bars and extra people. We could also get just like the most parts you've ever seen in your life and more people. But I think because we have levitating monument, parts are going to be less important. I'm pretty sure you can move warehouses, which means that we'll just be able to move warehouses around wherever our gathering camps are. So yeah, I'm just going to take these beavers. And then embarkation bonuses. Hey, the herbalist camp worked like pretty well for us last time, but what if we took oil instead? And then what are we short? We're not coming in with any advanced building materials, so that's kind of unfortunate. What if we just took like bricks and wood? Was that good? Nah, that's probably fine. Honestly, probably did not need to bring wood, given that we're starting with 9 beavers, but I don't think we're going to need the food either. So, what do we got for mysteries here? +3 to berries production, gain additional berries every yield, but only in drizzle. So berry farming isn't particularly going to matter. And then we've got rotten rain. We've got hailstorm, so that's housing. Resources you sack on the hearth burn quicker during a storm. And villagers take 200% longer breaks if they don't have both services fulfilled. These are okay. None of them are that bad. Rotten Rain is going to be a little obnoxious at the start, but by the time you've got 2 or 3 farms running, it really shouldn't bother us that much at all. Glades. Dangerous Glade. Dangerous Glade. Dangerous Glade. So down here seems like a decent way to go, and this is always where we want to put our housing anyway. So I'm just going to line both of them up here, to be totally honest with you. And then give me a stonecutter's camp for this clay. And then give me a small herbalist's camp for these mushrooms. Oh, and then priorities, right? 3, 2, 2. So levitating monument is most buildings can be moved. And that's not all buildings, like you can't move your original ancient hearth, but if you wanted to, you could move your main warehouse anywhere you wanted. It's pretty crazy as far as modifiers go. So we'll see if we can do anything particularly fun with that. I think the craziest thing we're probably going to do is just build warehouses next to like every gathering post we have, so that there's virtually no travel time for any of them. But we'll see if we get a little weird with it. I do kind of wish we had the extra people, but it's not going to happen this season. We're going to have to wait for the next migrant wave to show up. We'll prioritize trees for a little bit. We won't burn coal, we won't burn oil. We will burn wood only. And we'll have a beaver firekeeper for a bit, so we'll make our fuel go a little further. I think forest mitigation is extremely good. -10 might not look like a lot, but imagine you open a glade that has an event, 2 caches, and a rune to repair. Like, you know, a dangerous glade that has 2 caches, an event, and a rune. That glade is actually a net negative hostility for you. It really helps to offset opening glades. So, I'm going to take it here for sure. I think it's very, very good. I didn't really look at the other ones, I'll be honest with you. But I am a big fan of the forest mitigation. I want you guys to just cut all the way down here and get to this glade. We should have plenty of stuff to do the event for it. We've got Oh, never mind. We could also just take tooled up. Man, I love when you get to take 12 simple tools and then tooled up pops up. It's so good. Okay, so we'll be taking that. And then I'll just, you know what, I'm not even gonna wait. I just want it now. What else you got for me? Complete any 2 dangerous or forbidden glade events for +1 to copper ore production. It's not that good, but we're definitely gonna do it. And then have a harvester camp and a stonecutter's camp and bricks. I'm pretty sure we will be done with that in no time flat. So let's just build a harvester's camp. Now, could we be waiting on these so that we like optimize our impatience? Yeah, sure, but impatience is never really the issue. And I kind of want to see if we can't win a game before year 3, because I think that's going to be an annoying deed to try and finish. So let's see just how fast we can rush this game. We will just complete orders as soon as we get them. We will always take rep from any event that we find. And we'll go for the full speed clear. I do like Carpenter. But with +3 to all of the basic goods, I don't think we need it. Instead, we could take Grill and get Skewers, which would help with Resolve, because beavers eat skewers. No? Oh, they don't. Okay, skewers are less good then. What would I want instead? If we take ranch now, then we'd have a source of meat and eggs that we could eventually turn into jerky. And I mean, we could use plant fiber now, but the plant fiber economy is not really rolling yet. Carpenter is tools, I guess, so let's just take it. Now I'm looking at kiln for coal, as well as jerky. That seems alright to me. Furnace is pie if we can get flour. I don't know where we're going to get copper ore on this map. There's usually not mines in Royal Woodlands. And greenhouse, it is good, but I know so little about the map right now that greenhouse, you'd need rain collector for greenhouse. You would really want humans for greenhouse to optimize it. You would also want to know where fertile soil is. There's a bunch of stuff I don't know about greenhouse right now that makes me just want to take kiln instead. Provisioner would let us trade a bunch, and we already have planks in the carpenter, so supplier does almost nothing for us here. On the other hand, brickyard is crystallized dew, which could be our metal source for the map. Provision, this is an interesting choice. Because I do want flour and I do want packs of provisions, but I also do want crystallized dew, and brickyard is really good at crystallized dew. And there's also market, but I think market is a little too advanced for us right now. I think we still need to kind of shape our economy up. A provisioner just enables too much. I think I'd rather have complex food and have to like buy tools from a trader. Oh, and then we could just take Forester's Hut and get crystallized dew that way. Yeah, that seems fine. Alright, let's do that. There we go. So that's how we'll get our metal. And yes, it's going to spawn rotten rain, and that's going to be annoying because we don't get food back out of it. But we'll live. We'll find a way to manage. Okay, you guys are done. Now you can all come back in here. Actually, I'm going to shove you all in these gatherers camps. Because the faster we can clear out those gathering nodes, the faster we can put them back to work in other jobs. And then you, we don't need. Like, you can just go somewhere. Let's get a crude workstation up as soon as possible, since we've got excellent conversion rates on all of these. So we did lose our tool source for this glade, but we still have oil, and we still have coal. And let's make these priority 1. And then let's make crude workstation priority 2. And here, honestly, we're just going to go to 30 on all of them. Our rate of return, thanks to these, is going to be so good that I'm probably not going to worry about anything beyond a crude workstation that much. We'll just have 2 people in there working full-time, and that'll be that. You guys are doing alright over there. Oh, I still have a blueprint pick. Right, completely forgot about that. This is pretty much only press. I'm not really looking at grill. I think I already shot down the idea of grill, because beavers don't need skewers. I guess I could also take plantation, but I don't know. I think I'm going to find other sources of food somehow. Don't have a plan for it right now, but I'm sure I will. And press with 3-star oil does let us sacrifice a bunch of oil in the hearth if we get up to that point. It also doubles up on flour production. It's slightly less efficient, but it doubles up on flour production. Yeah, give me a press. It's also a building that beavers like working in, I believe. Yeah, it's engineering specialization. So beavers like working in it. It does a bunch of things for us. Okay, crude workstation is up. I do think that producing advanced building materials is important enough for us that I want someone in here. You can use anything you find for that. Because then we can just start building the advanced houses. And that'll be nice. I don't think I want to open this glade this season, though. I think instead we'll just move them down here and get ready to do this one and possibly that one next season, depending on what kind of shape our economy is in. Meanwhile, get me a kiln going. I would like to start producing coal for next season. And then get rid of all of these so that we can make room for houses. And then you guys move down here. And that's where you're just going to work for a bit. You're working on stuff. You are going. Give me priority on this. Bricks 1. Technically it's better, so I guess I should leave it on. But it's 4 clay to make 5 bricks versus 6 clay to make 5 bricks. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. And then you are going to use coal. You're going to go to 100. You're going to make coal until you've got 60. And if we get a lizard, we'll put a lizard in there. If we don't get a lizard, someone else can work in there. But this is a really strong economy to start. I'm very pleased with this. And then I'm just going to leave this last builder idle to get the road set up. Meanwhile, we will want houses eventually. So like here, and then since we started with 9 beavers, we'll just do beaver houses. It's going to take a ton of planks, but we're going to generate a ton of planks, because we're going to make plenty of them. This might also end up being one of those games where we just produce building materials for profit because of how efficient the planks recipe is right now. If we can also get that +5 to planks production again, we will absolutely do that. So we made a fortune in that last game doing that. And then there's going to be a road here. We're going to have more decoration down here. we'll need 4 aesthetics decorations somewhere. They'll probably go like along here, and we'll get another 2x2 building there. This is all going very smoothly so far, though. What would I like to see? Stone deposits. I would like to get stone roads up. I would like to see fertile soil, so that we could start growing metal. I would probably like to get a carpenter up. Maybe like over here, so that when we do find that metal, we can just produce it. I would like these to be priority 2. And I would like this to be priority 1. You will make 30 planks. You will use boards to make simple tools. You will use any metal you can find, and you'll go to like 40. And luxury goods? Probably not. Not right now. Maybe later, but not right now. This is like probably wasting some blanks. However, we're going to be fine on planks and wood. And next season, 2 people are going in there, 2 people are going in there, 2 people are going in here. And maybe 1 person's going in here. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Something will happen, for sure. And once people are in here, we can set the hearth to start using coal. That'll save us a bit of wood. Not that we really need to save wood right now, but we'll be economical with it. Just about there. You are still making bricks. Okay. I'd rather you make planks, but I'm not going to mess with your priorities right now. Gain 6 artifacts for every 2 completed dangerous and forbidden glade events is like nice for Citadel resources, but it doesn't really do anything for us otherwise. Old Fedora Hat is also quite nice, but I'm going to be looting all of the glade events because I want to try and finish by year 3, although we've got a long hill to climb for that. Work Safety Guide is very, very late game. I'm going to take without restrictions here. We're probably not going to use consumption control this game since we're not trying to do anything weird. And then we also get lizards and harpies. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do. So put a harpy in here. Put a lizard in here. Put a second beaver in here. Put a second beaver in here. And now you guys can open this glade. You can actually just, like, do that. And then you can get those trees, you can get these trees. Once you get all the way in. I would love to see, like, a destroyed beaver trade caravan. Would be pretty good. I would love to see the spooky tree of you can't chop trees very fast. That would be good. Any event that like doesn't tank global resolve too badly, I think, would be appreciated. So now that you're making bricks, and I'll leave you guys making bricks in here. Then we'll just make sure we always have 30 bricks in stock. I'm not going to be that fussed about the efficiency of the recipe. Okay, any day now. Also, what's our resin like? We're at 18. I bet you guys have 2 resin in here somewhere. Yeah, you do. Okay, so if it's an event that requires resin, then that'll be fine. This is plus 8 to global resolve. That's going to be a little tough, but I think we could go to 0 hostility and we would be fine. Alright, so woodcutters are going on break. It's not good enough. Once they have houses, they'll probably be fine. Get in there and investigate. And then sack just a little bit of wood. That way at least beavers and lizards will be happy. And once these houses go up, like 4, 3, 2, 1, we'll say. Once the houses go up, I think that'll make people a lot happier. Like, harpies are about to go to +3, because the one harpy that we have is going to find a place to live. But you guys just really gotta turn out planks over here if you could. Have 6 beaver houses in 5 minutes 30 to get 5 beavers and 5 clay per minute. I think we can do that. Like, we're already building 2, we just have to build 4 more. So here's how that's going to work. You guys don't make fabric and bricks anymore, you only make planks. And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you drop to 0. And you drop to 0 because you're all waiting on planks, and then you guys go up to 1. Okay, harpies are at 0, but I can favor them and unfavor them and get a little gamey about it to keep them happy. At least until that event is done. Okay. And then all you guys are doing is making planks. It's very important. I would have loved to have the carpenter up so that we could really double up our planks production, but I think I would rather just put the 5 planks into houses than attempt to do it some other way. Also, you guys are almost done with this clay. That's very exciting. Hub has upgraded. That should be global resolve for everyone, so I don't think I need to favor anyone anymore. Great news. We have fertile soil, so that's going to be our metals. Great news. I'm going to leave a couple idle builders just wandering around, taking care of stuff. And then these are big mushrooms, so you're going to need the upgraded herbalist hut in order to take care of that. We also don't need to sack wood anymore. We're all the way down to 0. Our impatience ticked. Here's Beaver House 3. Beaver House 4 is currently stored in there. This is going to be Beaver House 5. Yeah, I think we'll be fine on this. I think we'll have plenty of time. And then what's in this cache? Citadel resources. I kind of need to take that then. Especially because it's food. Food is pretty much always going to be the bottleneck for doing Citadel stuff. Eight of 8, 4 of 8, 8 of 8. Alright, just 1 to go. And then 5 clay per minute is basically 5 bricks per minute. And this will also serve to just keep beavers extra happy, because they'll have plenty of species housing. Stonecutter's camp is done. Lovely. Get out. I guess at this point you could probably send a couple of these guys back here to work, because this event is almost going to be done. Yeah, we're done in 45 seconds. That's fine. You guys can get started. Okay, that's Beaver House 5. How's Beaver House 6 looking? Beaver House 6 is in production. And then after this, we will not have to worry about beaver housing for some time. There's going to be a hearth that goes right here. We can actually just straight up build a second hearth. By no means do we need it, but it will be nice because it's just an extra +3 to global resolve. And there's only -20 hostility in this glade, unfortunately. But it's better than having 30 from opening it. Okay, last beaver house is done. Deliver it. Now these can go back to full employment. You don't have anything to do. We could build a small trapper's camp to get on this one meat. And this is also far enough away that I will be building a warehouse for it. Actually, let's do this, and then we can even put it on the road network. And then as we find other resource nodes, we're just going to move that warehouse around. You're working on mushrooms. We're making okay progress. We can get 3 beavers in here, so we can... Well, we can also turn your fabric and bricks back on. Also, we ran out of wood. I guess because we had to spike build all these beaver houses. And because we're burning it into charcoal. So it makes sense. But that's okay. We're about to get a bunch more. And then next year, this dangerous glade. Using hopefully either resin or coal. Since you are now at capacity, let's switch over to coal as our fuel source. I'm also keeping an eye on this firekeeper. As soon as I've got enough harpies to spare to put in an ancient hearth, I would love to have a harpy in that hearth. Not yet, but soon. All of our housing is done. What other buildings did we take? We have a provisioner, we have a press. Okay. Are any of those super important right now? Provisioner's not, because we don't really have a solid means of making provisions or flour. Press isn't really. Like, we could put plant fiber into oil, but we already have oil. So I don't think either of those are super important to build right now. Harpies are miserable. I do see it, but we could cut woodcutters. If we really need to get it under control, that would put them at -2, and then we could favor them. But I want to see how long we can just ride it out. Don't have anyone spare for you right now, but I'd like to wait until I have free lizards to put in there. Are you happy in here, or are you good in here? You're just happy in here. But I think that's mattering quite a bit. So... dump some of these. Put harpies at 0, favor them. I don't want to say never, but we might need to drop to Viceroy to win a game by year 3. Because I think we've gotten pretty lucky so far. We haven't gotten extraordinarily lucky, but we have gotten pretty lucky, and we are nowhere near a win. Might even need to be on a lower difficulty for that. We'll figure it out. We'll try it. I'll give it a couple fair shakes on Prestige 1, but I think that's going to be very, very hard to do on Prestige 1. What else is going on? You're empty. And there's nothing I can have you do. You're empty. There's nothing I can have you do. We just gotta open more glades. That's all there is to it. We also are having a pretty easy time controlling Rotten Rain right now, so I'm tempted to get a farming post up. Oh, a second stack of forest mitigation? You shouldn't have. That's going to be extremely good. Let's see. Give me some bars, and then I'll finally have a spare harpy to put in here. And I'll have a second harpy to put in here. And I'll finally have a lizard to put in here. And I'll have beavers to put in here. Probably the last villagers we take for a while. You're gonna come over here. You can come like all the way down here, because I'm gonna need someone to clear this farmland off, I bet. So give me a forester's hut. And give me some farm field. And cut that tree and that tree. And these 3 trees and that tree and possibly that one as well. You will be growing only crystallized dew. You do not need to be favored anymore. In fact, we could favor lizards to get their resolve over 15. Nope, we can't, because that makes Harpies upset. Alright, fair enough. What you got for me, Glade? I'm ready for you. Living matter? That is fine, probably. It's not ideal, that's for sure, but I think it'll be fine. Gonna kill these trees, and I'm gonna build another warehouse over here to make it go faster. And also I might put this hearth down over here too. No real harm in it. So we're gonna lose a bit of food here. It's true. But it shouldn't be that bad. You're done in 3 minutes. You, I want to be planting, so I'm going to borrow 2 woodcutters to do that. And I'm just going to have 2 people work it for now. We can up that eventually, but for now that should be good. You are approaching doneness on mushrooms. You are idle. You do not need that many people in there. You are also idle. You probably don't need that many people in there. So let's get 4 people to plant. Why not? We've got the labor for it. This comes around like that. We don't have nearly enough people to actually start upgrading this hearth yet. So we're going to be waiting on that for a little bit. And then what's next? Here, here, here. Yeah, we could open a bunch of glades if we wanted to. With all this hostility reduction. You can have a beaver. And then we can get, like, some people over here. You do need 8 to upgrade. And you still need 3 people around you to not downgrade. So that's going to be difficult to pull off. Actually, I want to put you, like, back here. Where did you go? Here you are. And then you... I don't know. Go somewhere where I'll be able to notice you easily. Food down to 71. You have a minute 30 to go. We'll recover. We will recover. We have 40 meat in that one, so that'll be fine. Do you have Citadel resources? No. You'll get sent to the Citadel. We've also got eggs over here for when this guy's done with that one Slickshell Broodmother. Don't have a spare lizard, though. Still only have 2 of them. I've got spare farm fields, though. This is going to be plenty of metal for us to get tool production started, which means we can open both of those, and we'll have tools for glade events. That'll be hostility. That'll be reputation. We can get you to 14, but not quite 15. We gotta find meat and insects for this jerky guy as well. Fell 50 trees? I can do that. I can probably do that pretty easily. This'll help. This one's gonna go nuts. Okay, cut to 2. Yeah, sorry, I can't afford to have you in there right now. I'm a little worried about being able to cut down 50 trees. So why don't you come over here? I don't need every single bit of metal off of that field. I only need, like, some. 2 dangerous glade events are completed. Turn that in. And then what else you got for me in here? 15 harmony decorations to get +1 export specialization. 14 villagers with leisure. That should be pretty easy. That does not appear to be easy, so I'm going to take this one instead, even though we're not trading yet, and we don't really have like a clear path to trading yet. You are done with living matter. That's great news. Get our last farm field in. I need something that makes food. It's none of these. So this is looking like a reroll. How well does granary do for us? We can pickle... I don't know where I'm getting vegetables. I probably started with them. I can pickle mushrooms and pottery. Do I have a building that makes pottery? I thought I took one. I did not pick one. Yikes. Yikes, dude. In that case, I could take apothecary, and I could make flour with the provisioner, and I could... Wait, does provisioner make flour? That doesn't sound right to me. No, it does. Okay. So if I could find a way to get like herbs or berries or roots, then I could make biscuits. And 2-star cosmetics and incense is also pretty good. Or... Actually, eggs and mushrooms are probably going to be easier to get. This is going to be a granary. And then you're going to go like right here. You're never going to make packs of crops. You are going to pickle anything you can find. And then we're going to keep our eyes out for anything that gives us pottery. And then fabric, like, yeah, whatever. So I actually don't even need this crude workstation anymore because all of my other producing buildings produce basic crafting stuff better than they do. And then I also need to get underneath. Well, that timed order will like mostly be done. I think we'll be fine. We can't afford to spawn a living matter this season, is what I'm looking at. You guys should not be idle. You should have a ton of metal right now. Where is it? Are you hiding it in here? Oh yeah, it's just sitting in here. Okay. That makes sense. You're grabbing plant fiber. That also has 20% chance for insects, so that'll be a little food. You're grabbing meat. That's food. You guys are cutting down trees. I think we'll make this. Because the living matter doesn't spawn until you're 70 seconds into storm. So we could run this many woodcutters for like a minute, and then we could cut them all, for the sake of finishing need for timber. And we do have a harpy in there now? Yeah, we do have a harpy in there now. So we've got the carrying capacity buff. It's going to be tight, but I think we'll be okay. If I was really worried about it, I would just build a 3rd woodcutter. But, I don't know. If we miss need for timber, we miss need for timber. It's not that important. So what else are we really looking at doing? Well, the Forbidden Glade is a little scary. Although maybe we could do it. We are about to have a bunch of tools come in. And actually, since we're about to have a bunch of tools come in, I'd like a second person working in there. Even though you're idle now, like very shortly you are not going to be idle. Very shortly you're going to have a lot of tools to make. And then we also need to get some harmony decorations set up. So give me like a couple umbrellas back here. And then maybe some fire shrines. That'll be 4. Kind of hoping that we just like find a totem in one of these glades. Or a lighthouse even. Lighthouse is 16 by itself. Okay, 34 of 50. I honestly don't think you're making it. I'm just going to cut you now. We needed to build a third woodcutter for that one. Also, just something to keep in mind in general, if you see need for timber pop up, you need a third woodcutter. 2 is not enough. You can come down here and work on those berries. You should be working on tools now. Yep, you are. Did you bring all of it in? No, there's still a lot more. And then we'll crack this cache. That'll be minus 20 hostility. We'll crack this cache. That'll be minus 20 hostility. We've got our harmony. Oh, they open in Storm. That's so cool. Oh, that's neat. I like a lot of the Harpy stuff. You, specialization bonuses. Food? Well, you don't have anything to do in here right now on it. No, you have fabric to do in here. Fabric should go to 30, so I'm going to leave 1 beaver in here. On the off chance we find pottery somewhere, then he'll have something to do. And we're also pretty close to a blueprint. We could take, like, stamping mill. We could take brickyard if we see brickyard. We do get 5 clay per minute from beaver colony. So we're going to have a really good pipeline for pottery set up. And I do see low on food. I would also love to see like a food producing farm. There's a lot of stuff that we need right now, honestly. But this cache is going to tide us over at least for a little bit. You guys almost done in here? 6, 8. We'll go to 10. I need you to produce like 2 more times. Also, I'm not taking people this season. We have plenty of labor right now. Plenty. And I don't want to feed more mouths. Lost supplies is kind of interesting. It solves a lot of problems for us in the food production realm. Deserted caravans is also kind of interesting, but I think I would like to finish Good Friends eventually. Firekeeper's Prayer I like a lot, but I'm not going to be opening that many glades. And Ancient Pact, I don't like that very much at all. So give me Lost Supplies. And then we'll just do a couple dangerous glades, and that will get us food. So you're going to come like all the way over here. Staff you up. You need 2 more people. If you bring a ton of food, I might let you in. No, not for 5 people. Holy cow. That's never gonna happen. This guy just finished his meat. Right? You idle now? I think he finished. Are you good? You're at 12. How close are you to 14? You're working on it right now. Oh, he's hauling stuff away. I see. Okay. Alright, now you're done. You can come over here. And then you can come over here. And that's just going to make all this gathering go a little bit faster. And then we should build a second one for this farm, truthfully. We've got 14 parts. We can afford it. Really, it should come like down here. And then priority this. You can move to like here. And then what else do we need to do? You're still fine. You don't have anything to do. We could favor lizards to get a little bit of reputation. Did you deliver tools yet? You're at 12. What is going on in here? You just haven't delivered, I see. You'll deliver after these jobs finish. No, you won't. I'll force a delivery. And then that'll take care of this cache. And then we'll have 40 food, and then we'll be able to start to recover a little bit. That's looking fine. These are big, you won't be able to work those, but at least the eggs you can do for a bit. And how are you guys doing on berries? 8 of 20? And you're getting +3 from those, so that will be also pretty helpful. I think I'm fine with 2, honestly. Okay, now we're at 14 tools. I need to borrow a woodcutter from somewhere. It's gonna be you. Get in there and open that. We need the food. And also, why don't you guys come down here and double up on this? Just make sure they've got a nice selection of trees to choose from when they're working their way through that. Lizard's not taking that fast, but we don't need that much. So big things on the wish list. Pottery. Pottery would be huge. Also, maybe time to set up a trading post. Here, you guys move over here. Actually, I don't need to do that. We'll just put the trading post like down here. I hope you enjoyed your time helping out. You're going to come back over here now. It doesn't need to be that close to the hearth. It's just taking up valuable real estate that could be used for other things. We'll get the trading post up. Maybe our blueprint pick will give us like something that lets us collect herbs. I guess I would take a greenhouse down. I could put a greenhouse like here. I could put a greenhouse like here. That would be pretty interesting. Because I don't need all of this crop space for metal. You guys, I can move even further. I can extend the road out to help you. I'll give you anything you need. Also, how are we doing on residents around here? 17. We could go to 13. I think they need 14, though. Is the only problem. We open a cache. That'll knock our hostility down. We need 4 more tools. You're out of metal for now, but you will have metal soon. The harvest is coming in. You are down to your last berry bush. Extend that a little bit more. I do wish that I could take someone, but I can't take someone. Food is critical right now. Wouldn't half mind upgrading you, but I don't have the people, but I don't want to take the people. 5 people's a lot of people to take right now. Give me a trading post up here. And then, I don't know where you go now, just like to work over here, I guess. Hey, Quietly, how you doing? What's new on the West Coast? Order. That is not going to happen, but this is like definitely not going to happen. And even if it did happen, it's like not that good. So, I don't know, maybe I'll find a building that makes cloaks. Maybe I have a building that makes cloaks and I'm just not paying attention. Maybe if I searched cloak? No. Is that what they're called? Are these cloaks? Clothing. Okay, let's try searching the right thing. Dummy. Yeah, you don't have it. East Coast is good. I was also up weirdly early. I streamed a little bit later than I wanted to because Amanda's in a meeting, but that's okay. Holy cow, we've got sea marrow for days. I can use fabric for this. Do I want to use? That's a lot of fabric to use. Yeah, your exchange rate on it is so good that you can afford it. Just get in there and investigate it. Stonecutter's Camp. Guess what? I have a job for you. It's a pretty big one. So you come here. This is now like a little less important, and I'd rather have this over here. And then you're also like a little less important. Like a lot less important, actually. Start getting me sea marrow. And then far left, what you got for me? +3 to beaver resolve, and plus 10% villager movement speed. I don't think I can afford both. But if I sell oil, I still can't afford both. But if I sell boards, I still can't afford both. Yeah, just give me a straight up +3 to beaver resolve. I'm fine with that. And then this is a big cache, so we'll send that to the Citadel. We don't have the tools for it, though. This is roots. I don't have a small forager's camp yet, so we'll want to build one of those. And then this is more farmland. I need something that's not a forester's hut for that. Because forester's hut is not really like that necessary anymore. I really only need this one to get all the metal that I'll ever need. Moving it doesn't really do anything for me. I can't get too cheeky with the map modifier from that. I guess I could give you like a road, but I don't have the spare woodcutters for you right now. So I think it's just going to be like this for a little bit. And then next season we're going to hope we get a better villager wave. Because this year's was kind of stinky. Can I drop to hostility 1? Yes, I can. I mean, I definitely can, because this is going to be minus 20 hostility when it finishes. And then this is going to be 20 hostility when it finishes. Like, I can't do it now, but it will be. Okay, cut you, cut you. Oh, we're running no woodcutters this season, I see. Very interesting. Alright, you get in there. Harpies are at -1, but that's only because I'm favoring lizards, so let's stop doing that. And then... I haven't built, like, any production buildings now that I look at this map. You come, like, over here. And, like, maybe it's time to set up a provisioner. Do you think? You think we could start getting some production on the go here? Okay, show me upgraded trapper's camp, because I know we have 2 big meat deposits. Or is it show me smithy, because I know that we have a lot of fabric and we could make a lot of coats. And beavers like coats. What can we do with pack of trade goods? Can we abuse this at all? A little bit with oil. That's kind of interesting, but it's also going to burn through every plant fiber we have. Like, that's not sustainable. This is also interesting, though. And food is, like, okay. Yeah, sure, give me a smithy. Where are you gonna go? Down here, I guess? You could go down there. So, we have a road come out like that. And then when you're done with that berry bush, you'll just get moved somewhere. Well, I could just move you now. Here, you can go there. We can put a smithy here. I don't have anything for you to do right now, but it's like when we do have berries. Hang on. Okay, go to 30. Packs of provisions. Beaver. I forgot that we got a ton of berries from this berry bush because it was drizzle season. And now that we have packs of provisions going, I think we're good to crank up the villager population. You guys doing good on tools? You got 6 more in there, so you're going to go to 16. We're still going to need a couple more, but I believe you can do it. I believe in you. You're going to be done very soon. That's exciting. Now, in here, what are you doing? You're going to help with simple tools. You're going to make it go just that little bit faster. You are going to make a ton of coats, and then pack of trade goods, not yet, but I do have, like, plans for you. Cornerstones. Spices is good, but we're not in a position to really make use of it yet. Moldy green seeds is not as impressive as I thought it was. Biscuit diet, I also don't think is very impressive. It's just a guaranteed chance to double your production when you're a farmer, basically. So I guess we're taking friendly relations by default because it's fine, but it's like not that good. Every 3 levels of standing with other settlements. So basically, one resolve, we're only ever going to get, let's see, we can get these to 2 pretty easily. So it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could maybe get +3 global resolve out of friendly relations. I guess that's like fine. It's not incredible, but I think it's good enough that I wouldn't want to re-roll it. And then show me something that brings in food. 25 food is quite good, so sure. And then you guys can work in here. You guys are fine. Small herbalist camp is done. Not quite, unfortunately. You do have mushrooms over here. Also, get these trees out of the way. Then you can come over here and get these trees out of the way. Oh, where's the rest of my beavers? Hello? I really don't want to cut you. You're kind of important. Can I go like this? How about you just go like this? And look, now you have beavers. We still need a lot of stuff here. But I guess we could do like a couple umbrellas. And I guess we could do a couple fire shrines. And that would be okay. That would put us at 8 of 15. Where's my next dangerous glade? It's up here. Let's get in there. Start wreaking havoc. And then you're going to force a delivery. Because I really want to open this cache. It's got a full rep point in it. And then we can also start thinking about trading. We can't afford to trade any food. Is basically what it comes down to. Anything that is even remotely related to a food item, we cannot trade it. It's too vital. And 16, what are you doing in here? Okay, you're hauling, finally. That should take us to 20. It did. Give me one of you. Investigate that. When they make it into this glade, it's probably going to be a woodcutter job, but we're also insanely good on wood to the point where I probably only need to run 1 woodcutter post now. So actually, let's just do that. Like, now that I really look at it, I don't think we need 2 woodcutters. They're going ham on trees. You guys are making coats. That's wonderful news. We have tons of fabric. You're going to be able to make coats forever, basically. This, can we upgrade you yet? We can. We have homeless villagers. So let's get the schematics down. Here. You can come in here. Because you're still fine with that? 18 of 20? Yeah, we don't even have a service building blueprint yet. So you're going to be fine with that. 5 of 18 need for clothing. We have 18 beavers, so they should be able to fulfill that need on their own. Just as soon as we make enough coats for them. Which is not a guarantee. What is all this? We can use resin for you. Doesn't really matter. 60 hostility every 60 seconds. Also doesn't really matter. Yeah, I don't care. Just send it home. You are an herb garden. We will rebuild you. We do have the technology. So you guys get out of there. This is actually kind of a really important building, it turns out. And then we've also got something for a small foragers camp to do. That's going to be you after you're done with those roots. We're going to trim a bit of this forest back so that I can see where exactly all this fertile soil is. And I know I don't have beavers to work it right now. They're busy in a couple glade events, but as soon as they're done... You have a minute. You have 4 minutes. Both of these... This is going to be minus 40 hostility for doing these 2 events. This is minus 60 hostility for doing this cache. So every dangerous glade we open is now net negative hostility, basically, because we have 2 stacks of forest mitigation. Hostility is not a problem at all. Like, at all, at all. Does this change what you're going to use? Yes. Eventually you will use herbs. You still don't have anything... Well, you have grain. I don't know where you found it. But I guess you do have grain. Does that let us do anything else? I thought I took a building that could make biscuits. Was it the press? No. I swear I took a building that could make biscuits. But apparently not. Was it in here? No. No, you just didn't do that. You are misremembering things. Herb Garden has no farm fields nearby? Yeah, I know. We're about to figure out what farm fields we can use for it, though. And just look at all this stuff you can plant. It's gonna go crazy. This warehouse is gonna be coming up there. You're at 6 of 20, and you've made like no discernible Oh, you're about to finish 1 deposit. Okay. In that case, we're probably pretty good on stone right now, so let's get some stone roads upgrading. Give me some of that. Give me some of this. And then out to like here. Out to there, and up around here. And then also down to here for this farmer's hut. You guys, I'm not going to worry about you for now. You guys, get that started. Can't quite finish it yet. How are we doing on tools? 9. We're going to have to wait until next season for that one. You're getting sent to the Citadel. You also are getting sent to the Citadel as soon as I remember to put tools into you. It's not escaping my notice that I think the Forester's Hut isn't generating as much metal as it could, but I think it's close enough that I'm fine with leaving it at its current productivity and not giving it any more farmers. Mostly because I don't have laborers to spare. That's the biggest issue. Can you prioritize this? How are we, like, falling behind on planks? We're not. People just aren't carrying them. That's how that's happening. So you go here. You are human specialization. It doesn't matter who I put in this building. It's probably going to be beavers when you guys are done in there. Zilda's here. What you got for me? You have a big foragers camp and global food production speed by 20%. And I don't think I want plantation. So yeah, give me big foragers camp. And give me the Viceroy survival guide. Do I have anything to give you? No. Just leave. Do I have trade routes that I can do because it's drizzle now? Yeah, you could trade coats. You could trade a single stone. You could trade a part. I'm just going to do small trades because I want the level of standing. Level of standing does not care about how much amber you're trading. It only cares about how many times you've traded. This harvester's camp is done. You can come down here. You're dead to me. And the 2 of you who are now unemployed can come in here. Actually, You shouldn't do that. You should be free builders. Are you going to finish before storm? Yes. It's going to be close, but yes. Because my food production cannot handle the living matter spawn from hostility. It's on the edge. Pack of building materials kinda lets our trade go off. But that's not really... It's not like the thing we're doing anymore. There's nothing that makes flour, so I could just take Trapper's Camp, because we know there's large Slickshell broodmothers on the map. Or I could reroll and I could try and get something that produces pottery, or I could take artisan or cooperage because we do have like some metal for barrels, but not a lot, and that would let us make pickled goods. Artisan lets us double up on coats, so we can make sure coat production is always good, but I think the smithy is keeping up by itself. And then cooperage enables us to produce training gear, so I think I am going to take a cooperage. Although, why does it say I can already make barrels? What can I make barrels in? Oh, Provisioner makes barrels. Okay, well in that case, I actually don't care about cooperage or artisan at all. So this is, do I want to take Trapper's Camp because it's there, or do I want to try and reroll into something better? And given that we found an herb garden, and we can make barrels instead of pottery, I think I'm just going to take the Trapper's Camp. It'll speed up this egg collection. We can move it over here onto these Slickshell broodmothers. And then if we find any other big nodes, we can just stick it on that. So we'll take that. And then we'll get another pick. We don't have a services building yet, so that's almost certainly going to be a forum. It's better than anything else here, and I would like to have a services building. I guess you could go like here. You'd look fun in front of the umbrellas up there. 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're going to need to borrow a woodcutter to get up there. Also, why is our hostility so high right now? You finished this event. It should be a lot. 72 from woodcutters? No. The hell? Oh, it's because we just tanked our impatience, that's why. Okay, so Trapper's Camp is upgraded, Forager's Camp is upgraded. I would like you to make as much progress as you can on clearing out the spot for that forum, but I am going to have to get rid of you shortly because I can't contend with the living matter this storm. We're also probably going to have to burn a little bit of wood in the hearth to get hostility down this season. We could trade a resin. Just send a little one-off shipment of resin away. God, but I want you to finish this. There's so much to do. No, this is all just going to have to wait until spring. It's all going to have to wait. We're only at 9 of 14. Even the tools are going to have to wait until spring. You guys get out of here. Sack me a stack of wood. That pushes us to 1. Don't have to worry about the living matter spawn. Have 200 wood and 20 packs for provisions, we can absolutely do that. It's literally done now. But if we turn it in during storm, the amount of villagers is going to push us over to 2. So we are not going to be turning it in during storm. Instead, we're going to be patient and wait. What else did we find in this glade? You've got veggie nodes, and you finished your roots node, so actually come in here and work on that. We finished a trade route. I could trade fabric. That's doable. Can definitely trade fabric. You're good. You're almost done. It's getting close to moving this warehouse up here because of the herb garden that we're going to have. It's getting close to that time. We could also put a hearth up here if we got rid of this moss broccoli and this moss broccoli. There's more farmland down there, but we don't actually have a building we can build, because this is just something that we got through finding it, abandoned in the woods. Down to 19 of 20 packs for provisions. You do have the berries to make more. Also, well, no, not yet. We still need tools, is the problem. The tools are the bottleneck currently. No, I don't know where we found that jerky, but here, have some tools. I don't know where we found this training gear either, but alright. Yeah, build these farmlands. Because in Drizzle, we're going to have this building get run. Because roots and herbs are very good for us. We want all of that. I almost want to move it to, like, here. But that would open a glade. So instead, I think we're just going to miss out on this 1 square of fertile soil. Okay, you guys get to work. You guys get to work. And then you guys as well over here get to work. And then you stop sacking wood. We still have 419. We'll be fine. I think we're taking people this season. I think. Yeah, sure. So give me a second, lizard. You don't have anything to do. You should be, like, approaching doneness with making tools. You're very slow in here. I'm giving you another beaver. You just take way too long to do what I need you to do. You can have a friend. You already have a friend, I believe. Yeah, and you have a friend. 6 of 20 on that. You're almost done, and then do you have anything else to do after that? No. No, you're free labor after that. I would like to do both of these. So give me that. What do you need to upgrade? You should be at 18 of 20? Yeah, you need one more house. Whatever, I'll make a lizard house. It's not going to be pretty. Well, I could. Ooh, I could put it next to the butcher, and then that would look nice. And then the granary can come across the street to, like, here. Yeah, that looks fresh. And then that'll be 20 of 20. You'll have the service building. You need 8 more comfort decorations and 4 more aesthetics decorations. Okay. Well, the easiest way to do 8 comfort decorations would just be to do, like, park. Okay, you've talked me into it. We can do his oil trade. We can do a tablet trade. And that's it. We can take a cornerstone. Forge strip hammer's really good, but I don't think I even need the parts. A smuggler's visit? I don't even know what I would take. Exploration expedition is probably pretty good if we want to secure a resolve victory. It's 5 minutes. It's a long time, so sure. And then because we took that, just, like, open a glade. Hostility is not really a problem. So we can afford to open a couple glades for the sake of keeping resolve up. We can also afford to turn this in to get 4 more people. Don't know where I'm going to have them work yet, but we'll figure something out. One of them's a lizard, so how about you go in here and you help keep up? Should probably build a second farm down there. Small herbalist camp is done. You are now unemployed. Celebrate. Oh, never mind. Here's 2 more mushrooms. Guess what? A position just opened up for you. And now that we've discovered a glade, everyone's like, whoa, I love it here all of a sudden. We have 30 tools. That's 14. This is 28. And that's all the glades that we know about right now. So we should open, like, a dangerous or forbidden glade next, probably. Like, maybe you over here. You're done helping that farmland out, so come over here. And you're just going to work over there for a bit. You guys are doing great work. Oh, I see a spot. I could put it like right here. Are you done up here yet? No, not quite. We also still need to build that forum. Collect some of these. What else we got? 10 skewers can't be done. These though, these can be done. Just keep the standing points rolling in. And you guys honestly just like plant whatever. We're gonna make use of all of that. I could even build... No, I can't, because I don't actually have this building unlocked. I just repaired it. So that's the only one I can build. I was gonna say I could build a second one, but I cannot do that. It's beyond my capabilities. Do you need anything to do? No. Your roots, so that would be you eventually? I could just build a second forager's camp. I have plenty of tools. Where are you? Here you are. Just put one up here. Got plenty of wood, got plenty of tools. No reason not to. You are at 20. You need 4 more aesthetics decorations. Look, it's gonna be ugly. I don't love doing this. I would rather take the time and figure out how to make it look nice. But I'd also rather have a fully upgraded hub. So just build 4 whatevers. It pains me. We've covered it before on this channel. It pains me to do these things, to make things look deliberately bad for the sake of gameplay. But what I'm finding is that given that we're only like halfway above where our reputation needs to be, I think I've forgotten how to like win a fast game. It's something I should probably work on. So Tinkerer would let us do the pack of building material shenanigans. Sure. And I don't think it's explicitly something that's going to let us like win the game, but I did notice after I was going through deeds after the game yesterday, there is a deed for having 400 amber in your warehouse, I think it is. Yeah, win a game with 400 amber in your warehouse. We haven't done that, but we could do it real fast if we just start making building materials. And then selling them. Although now that I look at my reputation gains and they're like starting to spiral out of control, I think the game's probably going to end before we have a chance to do that. It appears as though we've run out of things to make packs or provisions with. Is this a true assertion? No, you do have meat and eggs, but let's not get too greedy. We can just, like, wait for that harvest to come in, and then you're going to have a lot of herbs. And you can just use those. This is also going to get you herbs, so you can just wait for those. Hostility is only 4 because I have 120 hostility worth of woodcutters right now, so I'm not that worried about it. I would like to find a couple more glade events, though. Just to complete them. We know that dangerous and forbidden glades are basically hostility negative, so maybe next season we open up that forbidden glade. There will be enough stuff in there for us to do. Oh, and also, since we're done with tools, you can start making barrels. Go to 50. We don't actually know where any caches are right now, which means it is prime time to start building a couple barrels so that we can start making a couple pickled goods so that we can start increasing our resolve gains here. And then grab me the forum. Oh, we can't fit it yet. Also, are you not actually... You're not even in range of the hearth. We're gonna have to put you, like, here. You're gonna have to go like this. And then you come around like that. Doesn't even reach. It's crazy. Let's see. Gleeman's Tales is just a flat +3. Explorer's Lodge would be +2 right now. I believe we've rebuilt 2 of them. In terms of services, I think a Tinkerer makes training gear, so that would fulfill Brawling. Explorer's Lodge also fulfills Brawling. I think they're like roughly the same. So give me the Tavern. Because I think we'll be leaving sooner rather than later. And the Tavern's probably going to go over here. Are you done back here yet? No. Other Woodcutter, what are you doing? Like, not really anything. You're making unintentional progress towards this dangerous glade. This forbidden glade. Also, we have no impatience left, which I kind of want impatience. Like, I think we'll be fine. But I wouldn't mind having some impatience. Oh, we hit Explorer's Boredom. We need to open a glade. Yeah, I guess you're gonna have to go up through there. You can't even reach up there. Where's the closest glade I can open? Is it you? You're gonna have to, like, get in there. People are mad. People are mad. Also, Servicer's Camp still has nothing to do. Like, we just haven't found anything. I really want to buy loot boxes, but I shouldn't. I should just save the amber. Could even sell some parts. No, I'm not going to get greedy. Just finish your Tinkerer, right? Get that done. Once your Tinkerer is done, then use stone for this, I think, actually. Go to 50. Just make your packs of building materials. Make 40 of them, because last time I think we figured out the traders only bring enough money to buy 40 worth. And just use wood for it, we'll be fine. Holy cow, you need to open this glade right now. Like, it's a little important. Also, we need to get this hostility under control. Where's my other woodcutter? Okay, that takes us down to 3. We need to get under 2 for Rotten Rain. This is bad. I think we're going to need to sacrifice coal. Two, 1. We're going to have to do this. This is a nightmare. We're too good at the game. Wait, what? Oh, these are comfort! You fool. You need to build aesthetics. There. I mean, maybe we could tank a living matter. But I'm not really keen to try. I'd really rather not. If I don't have to. Oh, we just gained an impatience. Does that let us turn a stack of wood off? It does. That's okay. We can make more coal. Coal grows on trees, basically. We could also staff this. It's a plus 15% production yield. Yeah, get some beavers in that for them. And then what else am I doing with my life? I'm just waiting for the end of this storm. It's a bad storm this year. I still honestly think we're fine on hostility. The biggest issue is not that forest mitigation isn't putting in work, because, like, clearly it is. It's gotten us rid of 2 stacks of hostility. The bigger issue is that I'm going to take bed and breakfast just to help get more amber. The bigger issue is that we've tanked all of our impatience away. And so impatience is just, like, not happening. Turn all this off. Get you guys back in here. Get you guys... Well, now you don't even need to open this anymore. You took too long, and now we're going to go and do the Forbidden Glade. Like, you had your opportunity to make people thrilled about woodcutting in general, and you blew it. And now all the glory is going to go to this woodcutter's camp, because you took too long. You deserve all the scorn that's thrown at you. I'll trade one. I will not trade food. I will trade one. Yeah, that's fine. You don't have people. I want people in here. Your job is important. Also, you know what? Bricks? Where's bricks at? You should only use clay. Oh, you already are only using clay and not using stone. Okay, never mind. Carry on. You're doing great work. Got metal coming in? How are we doing on metal? We're at 0. But I think that's because tools are getting stockpiled. Yeah, we're all the way up to 20 tools. So that's why. And I think I've looked at all of these and I can't do any others. So we're just going to wait. You have 2 sea marrow deposits to go. Woof. Bunch of stuff in here. 2 large abandoned caches. What do you do? Hostility increases by 15 for every 2 fallen trees. That's fine. I can just, like, not have woodcutters for a bit. They disappoint me anyway. So all of you get out. And then you guys are already out. So we're just not going to cut trees for a bit. This is going to get sent to the Citadel. So there's a cool minus 40 hostility. And then here's a cool minus 60 hostility once tools catch up. And there's also what looks like the possibility for farmland down there. There's a giant clay deposit for you to work on as soon as you're done with this sea marrow. And there's sea marrow for you to work on. There's a ton of crap in this glade. And then just like a load of farmland. What do you do if you fail? 6 pieces of living matter. Holy cow. It's a lot of living matter. Okay, except you. Nothing else to do. You are working on packs of building materials. Love to see it. I would like to put a tavern in here eventually, but I cannot afford to chop trees down right now because it would spike our hostility. So we're just going to wait. And you guys, I'll leave the warehouse down here for you. It's fine. These guys can make a trip. How are you doing on these mushrooms? 5 left. And have we found other things for you to do? No, we have not. Okay. Gained a reputation. Good. 5 rep points to go. So it's actually 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So the win is currently on the board. It's just a matter of waiting. If we had the tools, we could hasten it even further, but we don't have the tools. And you guys are out of metal. So you're going to go down to... Actually, you're going to go down to 1. I have so many different places that make tools right now. Like, you guys make tools, you guys make tools, and the carpenter makes tools. I don't need all of you in there. You're staffed. So what can I have you do in the meantime? Just be free builders. Like, wander around and look for something to build. 1 minute, 2 minutes 50. Trapper's camp is done. That's what you think. I have even more meat for you. How long until I expect? 3 minutes until the global resolve from explorers expires. Beavers are no longer happy. Something's happened to them. Couldn't be bothered to figure out what. We're at 12 of 14 here and we have 3 homeless. So we could work on upgrading this hub. It also needs 4 more comfort decorations. And it needs 4 aesthetics decorations. Well, I need to get rid of these trees in order to have any space to do that at all. Friend. So finish up in here so we can start clearing some land again. You're just taking too much time. I don't think this pick matters for what it's worth, but I'll take pottery. We've been waiting for pottery all game, and now we got it. Several of these picks, if you're like a VOD watcher and you're like, I'm going to watch Chef because Chef is going to help me get better at the game and I'm going to improve, many picks that we have made this game have been like wrong and bad. And I would encourage you, if you want to develop and grow and improve as an Against the Storm player, go through every blueprint pick I've made this game, and here, help me boost the SEO. First of all, like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching this live on Twitch somehow and I just have missed you, toss a follow. We're almost at 100. It's my follower goal. If you're watching the VOD, follow me on Twitch. Maybe you'll catch me live. Wow, won't that be great? It'll be nice to see you live. Leave a comment and tell me which blueprint choices were bad and which ones you would have made differently. Because I can promise you that like at least 2 of them were probably pretty bad. I'm thinking like when I saw Stamping Mill, I'm pretty sure we had finished the Beaver Colony order by then, and Stamping Mill would have just been free pottery. I don't know. I feel like I've got a lot of really poor choices this game. So, you know, go through the video. Let me know which choices were poor. And then we'll all improve together. Won't that be nice? Yeah, that'll be really nice. We good on tools? No, you only have 7. You need to wait for the metal to come in this season. You guys done in here yet? Yeah, 5 seconds. Okay, we can staff this up again. So, all of you nerds, get in here. Start clearing this land out so that we can finally use it. This isn't even supposed to be a road. That's supposed to be a tavern there. I don't know what you're doing. We're getting rep. We're getting rep. I could favor you to get rep very quickly. Like, it doesn't take much to push you over. It's going to tank you two. Oh, did we just lose the Glade Exploration buff? I think we did. Okay, well, guess what? We're putting people back in here again. And you're opening this. So don't bother favoring. It's not going to matter. We've gained a rep. Yeah, once we open this last glade, people are going to be pretty much done. We could also keep trade routes going. Let's remember those. Sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I can trade a single tool for the standing gain. That doesn't bother me. And then cupboard decorations. 5, 6, 7, 8. Aesthetics decorations 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go back over here as soon as there's room. Tavern's going to go up here, although that's an upgrade that's a pretty long ways away. Are we close to getting any of these? 192 out of 400. We'd have to wait a lot longer. Active living matter clones. Probably can't do that. 3 years or less. Obviously can't do that. Yeah, I think we're just gonna like not have a lot of deeds this game, and that's okay. Because we got the deed for the monument. The levitating monument. And then proceeded to like almost never use it, but you know, at least it's done. Okay, you've opened a glade. Bully for you. Everyone is very happy again. Favor beavers. They don't need much. We could also just spam build like 7 more harmony decorations. That would get it done. And we've probably got the materials to do it as... No, we're out of planks somehow. Probably because I keep taking beavers out of the carpenter, because I'm like, you don't need to be in the carpenter. We don't need tools. And then I forget that they also are the only people who make planks. Because I took everyone out of the crude workstation. So, like, maybe you guys should just get back in there. .4 per minute? Yeah, you're not going to quite make it there, friend. It's not quite fast enough. So with 372 food, and knowing that we're going to win the game when Drizzle pops up, basically, I am just gonna spawn living matter. I don't need to bother getting under 5, so we're just gonna run all of our woodcutters. Everyone's gonna be fine this season. It might look like really bad. It's not that bad. Don't worry about it. I'll cut like a woodcutter, because that'll keep harpies from leaving mostly. You've cleared off the space for a tavern. We need to get some aesthetics decorations in. Just give me a couple random bushes. Collect. Give me more beavers in here to make planks. 1 of 2 standing level. So if we could do one of these trades. It's going to take 4 minutes. It kind of sucks. But that would be our other rep point. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but that would be another rep point. This road can come up here. That road can come along there. We're not going to have enough materials to build a tavern. Yeah, we need 20 planks. We do not have 20 planks. Living matter spawned on a farm field. Just go and work it. Is that +1 to meat production? Wow, that's a good living matter. It's too bad it showed up now. That would have been really good to have, like, you know, a couple seasons ago. Maybe you are supposed to spawn living matter, honestly. Like, some of the perks that you get from it are really good. And you can always just kind of stumble your way through food production later. I don't know, things to think about. But we're going to make it through Storm just fine here. We're going to stop favoring you. We're going to favor beavers. Harpy traders here. Don't really need any of those. Don't have a way to get to 400 amber. But we might as well, like, get some. 36. It's actually more than that. It's like 80 packs of building materials. What were you talking about? Well, we know we don't need these, because we're not going to be making any more hearths this game. So there, I'll just take another 50 amber. What's your cornerstone for me? If I was just going to try and like grind the amber out, I'd probably take hidden reward, because that's quite a bit of money for us. It's every 2 completed glade events. Not dangerous, every 2 completed glade events. That's all the caches we've opened, all the buildings we've repaired. Die Extractor doesn't do anything for us. Flame Amulets is... hostility is under control this game if it were to go long, because the impatience would tick up, the hostility would come down, and we'd be fine. I'm just going to take Fiber Delivery Line, but it doesn't matter, because we're going to win very shortly. You know it, I know it, everyone knows it. If that finishes in 1:27, then we'll be in great shape. Otherwise, beavers are just going to resolve tick us over. This is going to be plus the resolve when it finishes, if we ever find an idle builder. Yeah, we'll just leave it. We'll let this tick. We win in 2 minutes. So actually, we will win through good friends, because we're going to turn that trade route in. There is definitely some work that needs to be done here. So now that we've finished all 4 of the Utopia games, we finished the Repair 20 Buildings games, we finished the Open All the Caches deeds, we need to remember how to win a game fast. Because I don't think I've done a very good job of it here. So that's going to be something that we work on for the next couple games. And that's also going to benefit us going into the Prestige grind. Because the faster you win Prestige games, the better. Like, everything just piles on top of you. and you really just want to get in and get out. So that's going to be what we do for the next couple games probably. And what that means is it's going to be shorter games. We might end up streaming like 2 games at a time rather than 1 game at a time. But we'll see how it goes. Because there's the win for this one. Levitating monument. That's all we did. We got a little bit extra food. So take me back to the world map. Did we uncover any of the further modifiers down here? Yeah, dangerous lands. Probably not. Like, probably not at all. If we're being honest. What are you? Spark 2 crystals. What the hell? Start with 6 impatience. That seems great. Too bad I can't reach it. Next game... I mean, I know I just said that we were done with long games. But what if we did one more long game and we did it on flooded mines, because long games are easier on flooded mines. And the things we would be doing is win without opening any caches, possibly win with the 2 converted rain totems, win with 400 amber, and win with 50 infused tools. And like maybe living matter clones if we can stack it up. I think that might be next game. I know I just said we need to win faster games, but some of those are going to be a nuisance to do in fast games. Anyway, we got levitating monument. Show me upgrades. What's good? Don't really care. Can choose parts on embarkation. That seems fine. Extra merchandise seems quite good. +1 cornerstone for sale. We can't reach that, but +5 storage capacity of all buildings is also very good. Also, we're just going to take this, like, right now. You can venture 1 field further. It just lets us see more modifiers. So let's actually go back to the world map and see if we can see anything else interesting now. No, we cannot. So we're still probably going to do this game next time. We're going to do Flooded Mines, Coral Forest, and we're going to play a little long because we want to take care of some of these last annoying deeds. But after that, soon, TM, we need to buckle down and get good at winning fast games. It's got to happen, if nothing else, for the start of the prestige grind. So that's where I'm going to be done with Against the Storm for today. I'm going to go refill water. I'm going to do a quick bio break, and then I'm going to do probably like an hour and a half of potion craft as well. So stick around for 5 minutes if you want to see some potion craft. Otherwise, if you're going to take off here, you know, enjoy the rest of your day. Happy Monday. And hope you've got a good holiday season coming up. See you in 5.